Hello, my lovely fresh friends. I am Siren back with another video, this time going over the rival deck for the King of Fighters 15 Challenger series, releasing January 30th of 2026, marking our first product for the new year. Now, this product is very special, similar to the Street Fighter 6 Challenger decks. King of Fighters is an older Universus back when it was Universal Fighting System, UFS. IP that is now being brought back with the new age. And I have the privilege of going over the rival deck. Now, first we have our lineup. One thing you may remember of King of Fighters is that there is a 3v3 style format. What this means is 3 characters. First we have Hydern, Hard-Boiled Assassin, a 6 hand size 30 health character with an enhance. This attack gets +1 speed. If you have exactly 3 attacks in your card pool, your rival reveals their hand. They discard all non-attack cards revealed this way. This kind of gives me the vibes of Vaxeldon 2, Vaxeldon Daggermaster, I believe. He was a 6 hand size, similar life character, and he also made them discard cards when you played your weapon attacks. But he focused on weapon attacks and damage, not so much the speed. Response: after you play your first attack card this turn, that card does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. Something very powerful in our game is you can play a foundation or something else to boost your turn, and it doesn't count towards your progressive. With the death, life, and void symbols, there are certainly many options you can take. Things like maximum hardening before it rotates out, and the death weapon package that is incredibly powerful in this format. Next is my personal favorite, the Isla Dreaming Brilliance, a 7 hand size, 22 life character with enhance your turn, seal 1 rival foundation, or flip 1 sealed rival foundation. She also has a response, commit. After you make a check to play an ally card, that check gets +3. Now, we have the Chaos, Life, and Void symbols here. And one thing you might be wondering is, well, those aren't usually seal symbols. That was true until Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear brought us I Know, the Hard Rock Witch. And with that, we got Megalomania, a powerful void attack that allows us to seal 1 rival card on play with a blitz. We can seal 1 with Isla, and if we can get 1 more sealed, we get +1/+1 to our moves for the rest of the turn. That, combined with the ability to give our check to play an ally card +3, is pretty powerful considering the fact that we can use that on defense or offense, and it ties into some of our kit a little bit. Now, the last one is Dolores Hidden Wisdom, but that does not mean she is the least. She has response commit. After your rival plays a blitz ability, cancel that ability. You may sacrifice 3 foundations. If you do, ready this character. Form once per turn. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You may try to play one of them as your next form, ignoring progressive difficulty. A 5 hand size 36 life character with Earth, Life, and Void. Earth giving her the ability to ramp foundations for that first response and being able to play cards from the top of her deck. Very, very powerful, all while ignoring the progressive difficulty. Now, a fighting game needs, well, attacks. So here they are. Well, the common ones anyway. First we have Villain, a 5 diff 3 check 5 mid 5 with blitz. Your rival seals already face up foundation, one ready face up card in their stage. Their choice, although if you leave them with only your other character, bye character. With powerful 2 ally in range, this can make a great use of Isla's commit to in her response to give her check +3. Otherwise, not all that much to write home about, but still a very powerful card. Next is my personal favorite attack of the bunch, Scribe, a 4 diff 3 check 4 high for 4 with a 2 mid block, breaker 1 and ally. Response: after you play this card, if your rival has 10 or more foundations, seal 2 rival foundations. With the blitz, this attack gets +1 damage for each of your rival's sealed foundations. This, combined with Isla, Megalomania, and many other void cards, is going to let us just absolutely create a bomb out of nowhere. Especially if they go past 10 if they go to 10 or more foundations, trying to dodge that deadlock, we just shut down 2 very powerful pieces on their board. The other ones are Nesh, a throw slam 2 high 5 with blitz. Add 1 foundation from your stage to the top of your deck. This attack gets +3 damage. Some older players may remember a card called Copy Harden, which had a very similar ability on a 4 difficulty attack, so it's very cool to see that being brought back. We also have Hilzuni, a 4 diff 3 check 4 mid for 4 with response after it deals damage, seal a rival foundation. Definitely something to go well with Scribe. Then we have Stormbringer, a 4 diff 2 low for 3. Throw weapon response after this attack deals damage. Gain health equal to the damage dealt with a maximum of 4. And Assault Saber. Stun 1 weapon, 3 low for 5. 4 diff 3 check, and blitz if there are 2 or more attacks in your card pool, draw 1 card and discard a card. Pretty powerful on a 3 low 5 with stun 1 on a 4 diff, but definitely something to look into. Overall, I'm very happy with these commons and uncommon decks. And the rares, I suppose, as well. I think that they are all incredibly powerful, and I think Scribe especially is going to lean into this game plan, especially with cards like Hide and End. 5 diff 3 check 3 mid for 7, EX2 charge and weapon. Blitz, spend a momentum, your rival reveals their hand. They discard all attacks cards revealed this way. Your rival draws 1 card for each of the discarded attacks. In response, after this attack is blocked, seal a rival foundation. This being something that we can use to punish them for blocking, especially going into a Scribe, is definitely going to be very powerful in Isla. Next is Wild Style, a 5 diff 3 check 3 high for 7. Powerful to an ally. Again, we're making use of Isla's response to the check. Blitz, seal 1 rival foundation. It gets +1 speed for each of your rival's sealed foundations. And Blitz, your next check to play an ally attack gets +1. If your rival has 3 or more sealed cards, it gets +2 instead. Definitely leaning into that ally idea of that Isla is carrying, as well as the Megalomania idea of giving us buffs once we have hit three or more sealed cards in their stage. Our last UR attack is Hadir, a 4 diff 3 check 4 low for 5 for a breaker to an ally response in the card pool. Spend a momentum after another attack resolves, add it to the top of its owner's deck. I can definitely see this being something silly in something like Dolores, but also just as a very good defensive piece. Being able to keep your opponent from getting momentum by taking that hit as a 5-hander and also hitting them with Breaker 2, very, very powerful. Next, we have our foundations, the building blocks for our deck. With cards like Revered Hermit to gain health and build more cards for Dolores, things like Graffiti Artist to ready it after we seal a rival foundation, and cards like Investigating Verse to just increase our hand size essentially because we're constantly sealing foundations on with these characters. There's no shortage of powerful cards, but one card I want to point out is Unit Commander, a 3 diff 5 check 2 high block unique 3 foundation. With Form Flip, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add all ally cards revealed this way to your hand. What we can do here is we can use Hadir to then add this ally back to our hand, right? Another very cool one is Holy Soil, a 1 diff 5 check 3 mid enhanced sacrifice. This attack gets +3 damage. If there's a sealed foundation in a rival stage, this ability gains Tenacious. This is also another incredible card. Being Tenacious means we can commit on the early turn, and we're sealing cards with Isla so fast. If you can't tell, I'm a very big fan of Isla as a character. But with all the sealing going on, we don't need a whole lot of speed because we can just touch down their speed foundations, right? Amanda's Help is another great card, and as you can see, it features the ally keyword on it. This means we can use Isla's response going second, my apologies. We can use it to cheat out a build that we really shouldn't have been able to get. Now, the team aspect of King of Fighters is something I was curious how they were going to tackle. For those who don't know, there was a 3v3 format. And what this used to be was you had 3 characters, and you played 1 deck, right? You had a character sideboard and a normal sideboard. So I was very interested to not only see that, as we know, but King of Fighters also had the team assets. And that's the surprise. Team Rival 15, a 2 diff 5 check 2 mid block unique ally asset. With the Life and Void attuned symbols, we have our first Enhance. Your attack gets +1 damage for each of your rival's sealed foundations with a maximum of 2. In response, Sacrifice. After your attack deals damage, it does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. Combining this card with the likes of Hadir to continually cheat out progressive difficulty is giving us +2 damage across a turn and using the life symbol to build this in with Hunter's Ally. There is no shortage of powerful things that we can do with this card. I'm very interested to see how this card sees play, especially because Sealing Foundation is not something unique to these characters, and now any character under the Void or Life symbol can get a massive benefit for sealing or just trying to not count towards progressive and cheat their progressive difficulty. But like I said, we also have the 3v3 format, and with that coming back, we have my team. Dabi 3, Himiko Toga 3, and Tomura Shigaraki 3. 3 League of Villains that were some of the most standout characters in My Hero Academia, all featuring the death symbol, which is where this format's main rule takes place. Your characters all must share one symbol, and it must all be legal under one character. Now, while we cannot use attuned cards, we still get all of the very powerful death cards that these characters brought into play, and I'm a sucker for theming, as you know. But this is just my team. What team are you excited to build in the future with this 3v3 format? I can see things like Chun-Li, Jamie, and Bridget making a splash into the format. Them all sharing water and air means you can use air or water attuned cards with freely, right? Or Endeavor, Shoto, and Dobby, all under that fire symbol. You can then use any fire card, and you can use the mill versions of those characters. Another idea I had was Mikasa, Armin, and Aaron. You can make your dream team and play whatever you want to do with these characters and create your own deck, your own flavor on how these characters are working together. But to go into a little bit more depths on those rules, you will pick your first starting character. When that character would die, you will then swap to another character. The game is over once all 3 characters are defeated on either side of the field. So you can cheat, get that 7 hand size at the start of the turn with low health and get a really good build, and then swap to a powerful 5-hander like Dolores that then lets you just use all of that free build you had from the 7-hander to ready her multiple times. Or you can start with a 5-hander, have a bunch of health your rival has to shoot through while you make a massive stage, become a 7-hander once your 5-hander dies, and then you're just off to the races playing as many attacks as you can, right? I'm very excited to see what this format brings, and I'm more excited than anything to see the teams people create. From the dream teams to the competitively viable teams, I think there's a lot of freedom of expression with this format, and that's something I'm very excited to see. But let me know your dream team in the comments. Like I said, I'm very excited to hear and see what you have cooking up in your brain. But in the meantime, I will be waiting for the Team Rivals decks. I will be waiting to take Isla to Worlds. And until then, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.